Hey, everybody. We are here to talk about registration.
Good morning. And it is that time of the year where we are thinking about next year and what classes you're going to be taking. And we're focusing on our 6th graders and our 7th graders right now.
Very good. If you're in 6th or 7th grade, your teacher should have handed out a sheet for you. And 6th graders, from the next 15 minutes of our life, we're going to call you 7th graders because you are 7th graders. And so 7th graders next year, you should have the yellow sheet.
And 7th graders going into 8th grade, you are going to be focused on the purple sheet. Now, current 8th graders, you got your information from our high school counselors this week. So you guys can kind of tune out.
Yeah, you don't need to watch this 8th graders for next year. You get your high school stuff. You're good to go. So really, today we're going to be talking to our current 6th and 7th graders and going through this information and what you need to do for this sheet. It's very similar to what you did last year. Not a lot of changes. So, hey, current 7th or next year 7th graders, grab your yellow sheet. Up in the boxes there, where it says semester 1, semester 2 in this area, those are classes that are going to be preloaded for you. You're going to have a reading class or language arts. You're going to have your math class, and you'll go from your math level this year into next year. We're going to have advisory. You're going to have intro to biology. You're going to have civics. And for our friends in the immersion program, your civics will be presented to you in Spanish. That'll be automatically loaded. And then your required electives for next year 7th grade is intro to art, engineering, design, and modeling.
All right. And for our 8th graders, current 7th graders, your classes, purple sheet. Language arts, math, advisory, and your science class will be focused on earth and space science. Your social studies will focus on modern global studies. The required electives for 8th grade will be health and intro to computer science. And then we're going to talk about those other options that we have for 7th and 8th graders for next year.
Very good. So if you look at the bottom of the box down there, it is your choice for your music, performance classes, and personal wellness. Mrs. Hannah, how many checks do I get to make in that box?
You get to select one option.
One option. One. You can say that in many languages because we're very accelerated at our school. So think of how many ways to say one.
One option, one choice. So a few of those options, we have listed them all out for you in that box on that first page. You have the choice of band and personal wellness, choir personal wellness, orchestra and personal wellness, band and choir, band and orchestra, or choir and orchestra. If those are not the choices that you would like and you are looking at personal wellness every day, there are 2 options we have for you. The first one is no performing arts, and you'll take personal wellness every day. We also have a new option this year, and it is listed and explained on your sheet, and it's called Personal Wellness Unified for 7th and 8th graders.
Very good. So talk that over with your mom and dad. Make sure you're making the choice for you, not for your friends or not for what your sister did. Make your one choice for what you want to do. And remember that one choice has to last the whole year. So if you choose to be in choir, it's for the whole year. If you choose to be in band, it's for the whole year. That is correct. So one choice in that box. I think we're ready to flip the page. Let's all flip over to the next page.
Right, really important part on this second page. We need your first and last name clearly written.
Clearly.
Our eyes are getting old, so we need it clearly written. And that's where we want you to have a conversation with a parent or guardian and have their signature on there as well.
Very good. It's very important we get your name on there, parent signature. And you'll notice right here it says the due date. So we want these back next week on Tuesday because on Wednesday, 6th graders, you're going to start entering these choices in.
And Mr. Bushino, who did they turn these sheets into?
Oh, you turn these into your social studies or civics teachers. So in 6th grade, you'll be turning them into Mr. Peoples, Mr. Buckles or Mrs. Middleton.
And Castanetto.
Oh, and Mrs. Castanetto. I'm so sorry, Mrs. Castanetto. You're on vacation, so I kind of forgot about you. And in 7th grade, they'll turn them to?
In 7th grade, you will turn them into Miss Erickson, Mr. Smutka, or Miss Middleton.
Very good. What do you do if you lose your sheet? What should you do?
Oh, then you can ask your advisor if they happen to have any extras, or just come on down to the office. That's probably the easiest, and we will get you a second sheet.
Very good. So once again, these go to your social studies or civics teachers early next week. All right, it's favorite part. It's the old A, B, A.
He loves his signs.
B. I love my sign. I've had it for years, and I'm keeping it.
All right, on that second page, the first box you have the option to choose is a year-long elective of the world language. So on there, we've listed them all out because it's different depending on your grade and what options you would have. For 8th graders, you have the options of taking Spanish 1, Spanish 2, or Spanish 3. You also, if you are in the immersion program, would be selecting Spanish Immersion 3.
Very good. This is all box A. You can choose box A or box B. So back to box A for the 7th grade next year. Current 6th graders, you can select Spanish 1, Spanish 2, or Spanish Immersion 2 in box A. That's one of your choices, box A. The other choice is box B. And in box B, we want you to pick 3. 3 from B. 3 from B.
Oh, we never had a sign for 3.
I know. I need to make a sign for 3. Next year.
All right. You are selecting 3. So current 7th graders looking at 8th grade. You have lots of different options there. You have Active for Life. And again, the descriptions are written on your sheet. Studio Art and Animation and Design. Engineering, Transport Systems. Food Science and Global Cuisine, or Music and the Image Production Studio. Again, you are selecting 3, and you are selecting 1 alternate.
And you can put an A for your alternate. And for your 3, you can put a check, you can put an X, you can put a smiley face. You just need to put 3 marks on the sheet.
3.
Got it. So 7th grade, your yellow sheet lists out your choices. So we have a food company class, multimedia mashup, lifetime rec, weird and wacky art, or wide world of music. Select 3 and then give us an alternate. And once again, you either pick box B or box A. You can't mix the two of them up.
Now,
A or
Mr.
B.
Bushina, what if I really want, say, food company is my number 1 choice. My second choice is multimedia mashup. I really want those in that order. Can I rank them?
Unfortunately, the computer doesn't allow you to rank them. The computer just takes your choice. So you don't get to really rank them. You could just put them into the computer and cross your fingers that they're going to come out the way you do. And they usually do. So once again, you'll be entering these in the week of March 3rd. So I think it's March 4th. Is that Thursday?
4th and 5th.
4th and 5th. Wednesday, Thursday is the 6th graders. Will be entering in their 7th grade choices. 8th graders, you've got a little bit more time. We're not going to get to you until the next week, Monday.
The 9th.
The 9th, for you to enter yours. But I know your teachers are going to want you to get these in early because you need this sheet. One thing we forgot to cover. If you choose box A, what is the special thing we have to do?
You need to sign the third paper on the back, and that is a language contract or consent form that shows that you kind of understand what those classes are about for those world languages, because they are high school level classes. And what does that mean, Mr. Bushina, if it's a high school level class?
Ooh, it's going to be a little bit harder, perhaps. Maybe have a little bit more homework than some of the other electives. You might need to be more organized to be successful in there. But the big thing is that grade is going to go on your high school transcript. So when you go to either Chan or Chaska High School as 9th grade, Spanish 1 will already have a grade on your transcript, which means it's already in the system there for you to have. That's similar for geometry, Spanish classes, and then those immersion classes the 7th and 8th grade level. Those are high school classes. So that's why we have you do that. Now, if you're picking from box B, this is what you can do. Box B, you don't need to deal with the contract. You can put that away. You can bring in this sheet. Box A, keep the contract on there. Get your parents to sign both the contract and the other part. So they have to sign it 2 places if you're doing a world language.
Now, we've noted that in that box A to remind you about that contract that you need to sign. And we will do our best to give you, if you choose not to do the world language, you choose to do the electives, we always try our best to give you the choices that you pick. But
Right.
do I decide what you take, Mr.
No,
Sheena?
I don't decide
You
either.
decide?
No.
Nope, the computer decides what classes and what order they come in and who you're going to be with.
Very
So-
good. So, Mrs. Hanlon and I are right now roaming about the building, ready to answer your questions. Your teachers can email us. So, 6th grade teachers, you can email me. You know how to get a hold of my address. Send me an email and I'll come by your room and answer your questions.
7th grade teachers, you can email me or I will swing by your advisory and I'll answer some of those questions.
I think we've covered everything. Don't forget, box A or box B, one choice for your Phi-Ed and music choices. Hey, I'm looking forward to next year. It's going to be a great year. We're glad you're with us.
Looks like it's going to be another great one.
All right, thanks a lot. Have a good day. See you around.
Thank you, students.